Ciao ragazzi! As you know, the friendly has just finished at Wembley Stadium. It is England 1, the Three Lions, Italy, the Azzurri 1. But in what I keep saying was a pointless friendly, but it wasn't too bad really in the end, was it? Yeah, I can see your enthusiasm. It was Leonardo Bonucci, of course, who captained the Azzurri tonight, as Luigi Buffon was on the bench. Gianluigi Donnarumma started in goal. Before the game, there were fitting tributes paid to, of course, ex-England internationals Jimmy Arnfield, Cyril Regis, and of course David Astori, who passed away on the 4th of March. Fitting tribute there, round of minutes applause. Always been a fan of that. It's better than a minute's silence, I think, personally. So well done to Wembley Stadium, the fans that were there from both sides, and the FA for a fitting tribute there. As for the game itself, well, Italy had a chance after 40 seconds. A mistake by John Stones. Ciro Immobile, he didn't even know where the ball was. He choked on that, I've got to say. If that had been someone like Christian Vieri or Pippo Inzaghi, they'd have stuck that away, hit it first time. Immobile just seemed to lose, and after first 16 minutes he had 3 chances and just choked on all of them. Could one have been a penalty? Well, that's debatable really, but Immobile he just looked uninterested in the first half, just wandering around. If that is that really the best Italian striker we've got right now, seriously. There was, of course, England had a break on 21 minutes. Oxlade-Chamberlain went over in the box. That could have been a penalty, so you can't really use Immobile earlier on. England, they took the lead on 25 minutes. Of course, an England break. There was a free kick conceded by Parolo. Quick free kick by Lingard. Jamie Vardy lashed it roof of the net past Gianluigi Donnarumma. Now, when you look at the size of Donnarumma compared to the goal, it's going to take a spectacular effort, and it was that one from Vardy, which gave the Three Lions the lead. In the first half, I've got to say, Italy were just stood there, just chasing shadows, really. If anything, England could have probably built on it, but they didn't. I've got to say, at the end of the first half, I thought to myself, just get the likes of Pellegrini, Immobile, and Insigne off. It was like man against boys out there. Insigne, just too lightweight. He was down the wing, but there's no end product. Italy, I did think defended well. I thought Regani was having a good game. Of course, before Vardy gave England the lead, great save from Donnarumma as well. So it went in at half-time, 1-0 then to the Three Lions. In the second half, I've got to say, Italy did play better. And they started to pass it a lot more. There's a bit more of a determination, especially for those fans that were there. Also, I thought in that second half as well, after when Immobile finally went off, Insigne started to play better, I thought, personally. He started to make a couple of runs. I've got to say, the battle between him and Kyle Walker was a bit unmatched, let's be honest. It was like David and Goliath, and Kyle Walker isn't that big. There was a couple of other changes. Of course, Chiesa came on for Candreva. Of course, Enrico Chiesa, his dad, played at Wembley when Italy defeated England in 1997 in that World Cup qualifier. There was also another chance Oxlade-Chamberlain had for England, but he fired it straight at Donnarumma. Belotti came on eventually for Immobile. I've got to say, Immobile might be scoring for Lazio. He's not doing it for the Azzurri. So Di Biagio, whoever's in charge next game, seriously just drop him. It's not working. A lack of enthusiasm, wandering around the pitch like a lost soul. Belotti came on. Of course, he's not been fit this year for Torino. He's had big injuries. There was a couple of glimpses where he shows his physical presence and his speed and that. We had another attempt on 78 minutes. Insigne firing a cross goal. Belotti, where was he? He just needed to get something on the end of that, and we would have been level. We were level though on 85 minutes thanks to the VAR. Now, of course, Chiesa ran into the box, and at first I thought he took a bad touch. He'd overrun it. It had gone out. Then the German ref pointed to the VAR, and I thought, really? Penalty? Of course, when you do look at the video, you can just see Tarkowski accidentally stands on him. The ref, of course, thought it was a penalty. There was a bit of a scuffle between Kyle Walker and some other players in there just before. Insigne, who I thought was poor in the first half, in the end rescued a draw. It's quite a good penalty. You look at the size, you think Donnarumma's big, look at the size of Jack Butland. He's almost the size of the goal. He went hard and low, and it beat Buckland in the goal for England there. So Italy got a draw. There was a determination in the second half, which we didn't see in the first. Now, let's not get carried away here. It's a pointless friendly. That's not England's strongest team. Come the World Cup in Russia, I'm so sure you'll see England a lot stronger, and obviously they'll play with determination, a bit more compared to tonight's friendly. Towards the end, though, I just thought there's some sort of glimpse. Now, like I say, it's just a friendly, but whoever the new tactician is, and I hope it's not Di Biagio. Okay, he's done a good job organising us these last 2 friendlies. it's got to be Ancelotti or Allegri for me. It really has. I seriously wouldn't go for the likes of Di Biagio, like I say, and some other players that are thrown out around. Mancini wouldn't be a bad shot, I've got to say. One thing I'm going to continuously say is now that Donnarumma played tonight, that is a sign. No more Buffon, please. The end. Time to move on, seriously. You know, Donnarumma tonight looked comfortable in the goal. He looked as if he'd been playing in goal for however many years. You know, he's only 19. Wherever he goes in the summer, he is definitely the future Italy goalie, rather, I should say. And I think it's a case of now Buffon, you know, fantastic man, gentleman, legend for the Azzurri. Enough's enough. It's now Donnarumma's time, if you ask me. Whoever it is also has to drop Ciro Immobile once and for all, please. So that was the draw there at Wembley. Tell us what you thought of the game. Was it a fair result? Could Italy have possibly won it? Could they have even lost it? Shots for penalties on both sides. Tell us what you think. Like, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe. Talk Calcio TV on YouTube. Head over to our Facebook page. Give us a like. And we will speak to you before this weekend and next round of Serie A games before it's the Easter weekend. Buona Pascha, as we say. We will talk to you soon. Arrivederci. Ciao.